Hello, design nerds and AI nerds and whoever watches this. In this video, I want to talk about my journey in past year, maybe year and a half, with building Vokabi. So it all started with my own frustration with learning Finnish. I just couldn't remember words. I still can't remember. It takes me so long. And then I figured out a process. I went to ChatGPT, I created vocabulary lists, and then I purchased Quizlet Premium. And then they had some also very rudimentary AI tool where you just paste your list and then it will create cards and decks and whatnot. So I tried to use that, but it was very cumbersome. I realized that this workflow, even though it works, realistically, I don't see myself doing that repeatedly. And then I thought, this could be an app. What if there's an app that's your all in one vocabulary? So I decided to build one. Vokabi was born. So basically, it is AI powered, but you can also paste lists of things. It doesn't even have to be language. Actually, it works with anything, but I marketed it for language learning and I'm focusing user experience around that. Yeah, I started first with Cursor as my main AI IDE. And that was going great. To be quite honest, I only paid like $20 per month. And that actually took me far. I remember coding a lot on auto mode, which I wouldn't recommend these days, but pushed me to first versions. For my backend, I use Supabase, very classic stuff. For analytics, I use PostHook, not PostHook, but then I use PostHook MCP once or twice per week to check engagement, how is app functioning, performance metrics, that kind of stuff. I basically don't exit terminal at this point, which is very funny. Now we're back at the roots, terminal. Very simple. What I learned in past year is it's no longer difficult to build an app. You need to know which tech stack you want to use, which libraries, why, how to prompt AI so it would connect it in a way it makes sense. You need to know about architecture, how data flows within your app, basically, how to optimize it for speed. These things that usually developers handle in their job. If you are smart with your prompts and with your research, you can actually get pretty far on your own, just prompting and waiting. I've been using Opus 4.6 mostly. Since it's out, I've been just using that for coding, for like regular stuff in life. Sonnet is more than enough. I think maybe it's interesting to mention one thing that maybe vibe coders forget, and that is maybe are not aware. You can vibe code an app in afternoon, but nobody will use it. It doesn't matter how good it is. Nobody will use it. Especially today when everybody is vibe coding their own crap. It's not a novelty thing anymore. Marketing is the thing you need to commit to after you build something that is usable by other users, not just you. That's terrible. In my opinion, it's like the worst part because I don't like it. I really don't like it. This week, I had terrible experience implementing Facebook SDK to my app. Unfortunately, I need to have it if I want to advertise on Instagram to finally get more users because right now I've been organically advertising mostly on LinkedIn. You cannot get your first 100 customers on LinkedIn. Maybe you can, but maybe for this app, no, I don't know. That was terrible because the SDK itself is not terrible, but what's terrible is Ads Manager, Meta Ads Manager. If you didn't use it before, you will be in for a treat. That whole interface is massive patchwork. You can see that whole history of company from first designer to last. It's super slow. It's very confusing. I don't even know how to create an ad. I tried to, but then every step had some issue. When I solved that issue, next step had issue. You need to connect with this. It's not linear. Okay, connect your Instagram account. Great. Give us your credit card. Great. Okay, create an ad. Just upload assets and, a little bit of targeting. No, like it's not like that. I have a marketing friend and I literally ask her if she can record her screen when she's setting up an ad because I have no idea how to use that. Maybe I'm dumb, but also she says that these tools for marketing are terrible. There's a lot of videos on YouTube like, oh, make 30K per month, only 2 people, 1 person, whatever. And yes, they're using all these growth hacks, all these advices. It can work if you're based in US probably, and if maybe you have a certain niche. I don't think every topic can use the same playbook, how to get to first 100,000 euros, whatever. But yeah, I guess Europe is a little bit different, and yeah, I just decided to attack paid ads as soon as possible. As a matter of fact, this evening, if I'm lucky, my friend will start first campaign. So maybe this weekend I get first, not first users, but first non-organic users. That said, this is like a random flow of thoughts that I'm just like dumping on you over here because I have so many things that I learned, so many things that I want to say, so many things that I want to change, so many opinions, but I will just use this video to just like thought dump everything and then wrap it up. What is else important to say? Yes, when you're vibe coding tools, please plan. You can always switch between planning and executing. When it's something bigger, plan it first. When it's like a smaller, for features, I would always plan. But if it's like some front end tweak, maybe you don't need to plan necessarily. You can just like put a prompt and let AI do its thing. I think in following videos, I need to explain how I approach design. You know what? For those 2 people who are maybe still watching, okay, I will tell you. So I started with Native Wind, which is basically a port of Tailwind, and just making components in one folder. That's it. Pretty basic. Then my friend sent me a link to this wonderful front-end framework for React Native called Hero UI, and I installed it and started using it immediately. It's still in beta, so, probably not too good for production app. This is a small scale. This is our weekend project, so I think it's fine. So far, I didn't have any issues. So basically, I provided a guideline in CloudMD. When you're adding new components, you always need to first reference what we have in Hero UI. And then if we don't, then you are allowed to create a new one. But basically, I'm trying to contain everything to Hero UI, just using my colors. That's it. How I would better this situation, I would install Storybook into the app. That way you get a little bit more professional system how to handle components and visual patterns in your app. But maybe more on that later because I'm actually making another app that uses Storybook because it's going to be a real app for very many people. So I need to be very pedantic and careful about the approach. No half-assing, no shortcuts. That said, I'm tired of talking, so I'm going to stop here. I feel better now that I said a few things about vibe coding and AI in past year. I just scratched the surface, to be quite honest. I have tons of opinions. I will share tools and workflows in following videos, so if you're interested in vibe coding, solopreneurship, and stuff like that, I would follow me. Maybe this is a thing for next video, so it's not only about Vocabee every video. I created my own Figma MCP, and it's really good for creating design systems. I'm gonna show you how it works and what it does. It's gonna be a short but sweet video. What it's not good is for designing. I didn't see any MCP or whatever implementation that is trying to design in Figma. It doesn't work. Like I tried a bazillion of things, but when it comes to design skills, it's not good. There's tons of things to tweak, to fix. To be quite honest, I'm faster manually. But I digress. That's it for this video. See you next one. Hopefully, I will be more coherent. It's really late here and I had a long day, so I'm just rambling. And I'm gonna stop now. Ciao, Skip.